If she got the goods and she got that ass, I got to look sorry. Yo, it's got to be cause I'm seasoned. Haters give me them salty looks. Lorries 50 told me go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. The good life, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I come for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'ma get on the TV, I'ma put you down. Hey, 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 hey. Like the girls who ain't on TV cause they got more ass than the models. The good life, so keep it coming with the bottles. So she feel booze like she bombed out Apollo. The good life, it feel like Houston, it feel like Philly, it feel like DC, it feel like VA or the Bay or yay. Hey, this is the good life. Only tell me what's good. Why I only got a problem when you in the hood? Welcome to the good life. Like I'm new in the hood. The only thing I wish a nigga would. Welcome to the good life. Probably think he could, but I don't think he should. Think he told me, go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. The good life, I come for mine, yeah, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I come for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'ma get on the TV, I'ma put you down. Hey, hey, yeah, have you ever popped champagne on a plane? While getting some brain, looked at us, he said, I never seen snakes on a plane. Whether you broke or rich, you gotta get this. Having money's not everything, that having it is. I was splurging on trips, but when I get my car back activated, I'm back to Vegas. Cause I always had a passion for flashing. Before I had it, I closed my eyes and imagined the good life. Better than the life I lived when I thought that I was gonna go crazy. Now my grandmama is the only girl calling me baby. And if you feeling me now, you put your hands up in the sky and let me say, hey, good life, I come for mine, yeah, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I come for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. Good life, I come for mine, yeah, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. Like we always do with this time. I got to shine, to shine, to shine, to shine. Welcome to the good life, where niggas are CLD, won't even get pulled over in they new V. The good life, let's go on a living spree. Shit, they say the best things in life are free. The good life, it feel like Atlanta, it feel like LA, it feel like Miami, it feel like NY, summertime shy. Now throw your hands up in the sky. So I rolled the good, y'all pop the trunk, I pop the hood, Ferrari. If she got the goods and she got that ass, I got to look sorry. Yo, it's got to be cause I'm seasoned. Haters give me them salty looks. Lorries 50 told me go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. The good life, I come for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I come for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'ma get on the TV, I'ma put you down. Like the girls who ain't on TV cause they got more ass than the models. The good life, so keep it coming with the bottles. says she feel booze like she bombed out Apollo. The good life, it feel like Houston, it feel like Philly, it feel like DC, it feel like VA or the Bay, oh yeah, ayy.
Look up in the sky. Ooh, I made it. Think I'm gonna lie when I tell you I ain't gonna take it. I got hands on the nation. Check my reputation. Yeah, that scoreboard still wanna know that my tomb is vacant. That's why I'm undefeated. Undefeated.
Like we always do at this time. I got to shine. Welcome to the good life, where niggas are CLD, won't even get pulled over in they new V. The good life, let's go on a living spree. Shit, they say the best things in life are free. The good life, it feel like Atlanta, it feel like LA, it feel like Miami, it feel like NY, summertime shy.
Now throw your hands up in the sky.
So I rolled through good, y'all pop the trunk, I pop the hood, Ferrari. If she got the goods and she got that ass, I got to look sorry. Yo, it's got to be 'cause I'm
All right, we are live. This is Mike from Mike and Ike. I have my co-host Ike here, and Heath is with us today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
Hey, it's Ike, and man, that was a sexy intro.
How's everybody doing tonight? This is Heath.
Anyway, we got about, 20 minutes or so before game time, so we thought we would just do a little pre-game show and run through some stuff for you. So, as you have visual in front of you right now, we have our XCFL passing leaders, and this is pre-Week 6. So if you've played your Week 6 game currently, or Week 7, sorry, if you've played your game, it is not up to date to that week. So I'll let Heath go ahead and talk about the passing leaders here and have him discuss those a little bit.
You know, you can see in the number 1 spot, we got San Francisco's quarterback. I know him pretty well. Chisholm Bragg, 1,397 yards, 11 touchdowns, 4 picks. You got Hundley from Green Bay in number 2. Dak Prescott sitting there at number 3 with Dallas, having another big season so far. You got the last year's one of the rookies, Noah Hilton, that was traded from Arizona over to Washington, sitting there at number 4. And then it's good to see Jordan Northrup from Jacksonville finally putting together a good season down there for the Jags. What sticks out to you guys here?
Well, what sticks out to me is that all of them have better touchdown interception ratios than me.
Me too, unfortunately.
Oh boy.
So, I think you get in the top 5. It's not just passing yards. It's, the ability to get those touchdowns. And really a lot of them do have very good ratios. Northup had a hell of a tough game against the good old Bengals defense. Man, those linebackers. Woo!
The biggest takeaway I have is if you look at the first 4, they're all NFC. And then the 5th is the first AFC team, which tells me one thing. The NFC defense is weak.
Oh, it's weak.
Or the NFC teams are always losing, so they have to keep throwing.
That's highly possible.
Because if you do notice, San Francisco, Green Bay, everyone except for Dallas really is sitting there around 500 or under 500. So we are noticing
that's true.
Teams with worse records have to pass more.
See, because my Bills, I have the number 1 total offense, and I would be up there in passing except for my first game. I started Chad Kelly, and then my rookie has started since then. So if you were to add my rookie and Chad Kelly's game together, I'd be probably top 3. So
yeah, absolutely.
I'll get there. Anyway, let's roll over to our receiving leaders here. So,
and it'd be interesting to see how they match up if some of these are the same teams, because if they're passing leaders, maybe they're using just one player to catch the ball, or maybe they're using a couple. We'll see.
Absolutely. So if you look at this receiving leaders graphic, my biggest takeaway is at the top, you got Brandon Cooks again. Not at the very top, but I mean he's top 5 still. So does speed matter that much in Madden?
Yeah, I think just a little bit.
I would say so.
And what I kind of find funny is they trade Brandon Cooks away, and Malcolm Hemsley steps up to the number 1 role and just explodes. I mean, he was okay last season, but nothing like this season. This season, Malcolm Hemsley is the next Brandon Cooks.
He's blowing up, and I'm just surprised Cooks, he got an injury. I'm surprised it's been so long since an injury because he was getting injured every other week at the beginning of Madden 17.
He was. You also may notice there's a this is based on yards, not receptions, but there's very few tight ends. The only tight end is William Motti, who we will discuss later on, so we're not going to get into him. But
William Motti, he's looking good. He's got 22 receptions, too.
Well, he has more than that now, actually, after the
Absolutely
previous week. But the thing about it is, tight ends, they seem to catch the ball more often than receivers, but they don't have the yards because they're catching those quick slants. They're catching those outs, the flats, the drags, and then the occasional corner that everyone likes to cheese. But, that's another story for another time.
No one does that. Will Fuller. How old is Will Fuller? I'm surprised he's still. Will Fuller, their 5th, is still rocking in Detroit.
Oh, he's probably the same age as Cook, if not actually younger, because he was he was a rookie in the 16 season or a 15
Yeah.
season? I think 16.
I think it's his 6th year, 5th year.
And I just played Jacksonville, so Jacoby Askew. I mean, he's good. He didn't spawn him as much as I thought he would. I was really thinking that they're just gonna throw to him, and he really passes the ball really well actually. So credit to him and Askew. I think he had a rough game, but he's a good player.
Absolutely. Well, let's slide on over, and we will look at our XCFL rushing leaders. So I'll give it a second for popping for you guys, but what you see is you've got some similar faces. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott may not have been a top rusher in the previous years. However, look at the team he is on, and he's on Arizona, who last year just tore it up on the ground game.
Well, and there's 2 things we got to talk about. We got to talk about that crazy trade, and we got to talk about Keith Marshall. Who the hell is Keith Marshall?
Some speedy little guy.
And Melvin Gordon too. I mean, gosh, his speed isn't even that high anymore. I think it's like 89 now, and still he's making plays.
Yep, that's good running from the Chargers. But before we discuss our trade, which I do definitely want to do, I want to point out that my man Xavier Oman is on that list, and this is I've actually played 2 games because I've already played my week 7 since. So my guy's up to 80 carries now, and I believe he is at, let me just check. He is at 689 yards on 80 carries and has 6 touchdowns. That comes out to like 9.8 yards per carry. And he is
looking hot.
Just tearing it up. He doesn't run guys over quite as much as Darrell Jackson did, but he's quick, he's speedy, and he's agile.
Now I think he'll be the number 1 spot by the end of this because you just see here 48 carries for 426 yards, and then you add up, like you said, he's going to take over the number 1 spot pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah. I think after week 6 and 7, Elliott and Marshall, they went up as well, obviously, but I think I'm definitely closing the gap. I mean, if you look at the graphic in front of us, I'm about 300 yards behind Elliott. I'm pretty sure that I'm like 200 yards behind now. So I'm definitely making up ground, and no offense to the teams coming up, but I got a pretty soft schedule coming up at NFC South. God.
Oh, throwing bullets. Throwing bullets. Tell me about the trade. Talk about the trade, man. How does the trade play a factor in the rushing leaders?
Are we going the Ezekiel Elliott, Savon Bellamy trade?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, out of nowhere, I don't know. There was a 3rd team in it, but you see Bellamy rush for an NFL record, almost sets a record for touchdowns, everything. And then Arizona just deals him like he's nothing. And all they bring back is, they bring back another stud, Ezekiel Elliott, but I don't know how you have a guy in your scheme, you see him rush for 2,000 plus yards, and then you just deal him away like that. And then, you kind of see him with Cleveland now, and he's really struggling.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's not even on the rushing leaders list. He just
Yeah, it's
record breaking. That's
I-
crazy.
I think Bellamy's like averaging 2.6 or 2.8 yards per carry, something crazy like that. I looked the other day; it's not good.
yeah, it's 3.8 yards per carry, only 3 touchdowns. When last year, I think through week 6, he might already had 15 touchdowns. Like
Oh yeah.
it makes you really think
So-
what Arizona's got going on over there.
I'm gonna
Like,
drop something heavy on you. Is it the coach? Is it the line? What is it? Because I don't remember this Arizona coach being this good at rushing 3 seasons ago.
I know this offseason, Arizona dealt away a few of their linemen as well, which I don't know what they brought back. They didn't draft any offensive linemen. So it's got to be the coach, the scheme. The players keep changing, but the scheme and the production stays the same.
Yeah, the same thing can be said about my Bills.
Yeah, Buffalo,
I mean,
absolutely.
Buffalo.
we did briefly discuss the trade in our broadcast last night, but we'll just touch on it very, very quickly. For those of you who don't know, it's very near and dear to my heart. I traded away 2-time MVP, Super Bowl MVP, Darrell Jackson to the Bengals.
To the Bengals, baby. Whoop whoop.
And, you know, I haven't regretted it. Xavier Omon, he has been an absolute animal for me.
He's been hot. What's the background on Xavier Omon?
Xavier Omon, for those of you who don't know, is actually a reincarnate, because he's a little younger. He's a reincarnate of a previous Xavier Omon who attended Northwest Missouri State University and took the Bearcats to the national championship back in 2000, I want to say 9 or 8, somewhere.
Oh
in that
yeah,
area.
09, baby. What was his famous play? Go over. Real
Oh
quick.
man, I'm sure that no one listening to this knows, but there's a college in Kansas called Pitt State, and I will never forget his goal line dive to win the game.
Oh baby,
I believe it was an overtime.
just jumped it. Yeah, just
was
jumped
overtime?
that bad boy.
Just
Yeah.
jumped the line in overtime. Oman is an animal.
Alrighty.
All right, we're
Let's
going
see, we
to
got-
transition now to a fun little segment. So this is actually our staff. We're going to talk about each staff and their top 2 team choices for Madden 18. So those of you
Oh,
that
man,
are listening might be able to get a little insider info on who we're going to take. So
There's
I'll
a
go-
shocker on this too. A
Oh.
shocker, man. Jim, he's just shocking the world on this. I hope you're ready for this, because this is gonna blow your world when you see what Commissioner Jim did here.
Yeah, he his number 1 pick is the Steelers, and his number 2 pick is the Steelers.
Oh man, didn't even see that coming. That he would pick the Steelers twice. Who would see that coming?
Nobody. I mean, I was blindsided.
Well, and before we go over our pits real quick, let me just say, if you're listening, we want to do something for you. You DM me this second. I promise you, you will get your number 1 team. No, I'm joking. I can't do that. I just want to see who's listening. But anyways,
But you might, seriously.
do your top teams. Yeah, I might. You know, I could be drunk and crazy, but
He's not.
No.
Anyway,
do your top teams.
it's kind of funny because in this broadcast you're listening to, we have 3 staff members in it. So I'll go ahead and start with my team. I'm Andrew. I'm Mike, but I'm Andrew in the staff. And I've been preaching up the Saints for a while and really was talking about being the Saints. And, you know, they're my favorite team in real life. And I had a little bit of internal conflict with it. So I decided to maybe venture out and look into being the Raiders. They are a very, very solid team to start Madden 18 off with. And I'm not going to lie. My biggest reason for the Raiders isn't Khalil Mack. It's not their rookie cornerback, Gary Young Conley. It's not Derek Carr. It's not Marshawn Lynch. It's not Amari Cooper. No. Honestly, my biggest reason for the Raiders is their rookie safety, Obi Melifonwu. And trust me, I had to look up how to say that. But he is 6'4", and based on his 40 time, is going to be somewhere between 92 and 93 speed, which is just going to be unreal for a safety. So that excites me a lot.
Oh, absolutely. Both great choices. I think you can't really go wrong with the Raiders. They had a huge year last year in real life. Then you're just adding Marshawn Lynch, like you said, the safety out of, it's a Connecticut he was out of, the Combine Warrior there. I mean, great picks there, both ways.
Yeah, I think with my first pick, the Cowboys, I'm not sure they're going to be good or not. You know, they got I guess, okay running back, and won't worry about that line, but I think it will be okay. I think I'll be okay. And then my second pick, the Vikings. I just love the Cook pickup in the draft. You got great defensive ends. You've got some interesting linebackers. So it'll be interesting. I don't know. I keep going back and forth, and I'm leaning Cowboys right now.
Do we want to go to me or go over Dan's picks real quick?
Go ahead and knock yourself out there.
All right, so I'm from Michigan. Had to throw the Lions up there. I'm a huge Matthew Stafford hater. Not a fan at all. Think he's had so many seasons with so much talent around him. Hasn't done anything with it. So I'm praying that they don't get this huge contract extension in before Madden 18. So I have a little bit of flexibility. Might be able to get rid of him. If not, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And then I got the Houston Texans up there. Really, I wanted a young quarterback. You got Deshaun Watson. You got talented receivers. You got Lamar Miller in the backfield. Jadeveon Clowney, J.J. Watt, talented defense. Still room to build, but at the same time, they got the veterans there in place. So,
yeah, I think the Texans will be interesting. I'm kind of interested to see who will pick the Texans because I think that'll be an interesting team to play with the quarterback and things like that. And I have no idea if Stafford's going to get that contract, but if he does, it's going to suck.
Yep, highest paid player in the league. He's going to pass Derek Carr, that's for sure.
Yeah, and who would you rather have, Derek Carr?
Anybody but Stafford. So Stafford is on the block. I'm going to throw that out there.
Stafford's on the block, baby.
Yep.
Well, let's go over Dan here. He's got the Jaguars and the Chargers. Which one do you think he'd rather be there, Andrew?
I got to go Jaguars.
Yeah, I feel like the Jaguars, too. You know, I will say something interesting, though. If you want a little tidbit of information, Chargers are a sneaky good team in Madden 17, and I think in Madden 18, the Chargers are going to be a pretty good team. So, you know, if you've got a team, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to get this team or not, and I really want a good number 2, I feel like the Chargers would be a really good number 2.
Oh, absolutely. They added what's his name? Mike Williams from Clemson. Is that,
yep.
Michael, what's his name? Not Mike Williams, is it? Another Mike Williams receiver? Seriously?
I think it is another Mike Williams.
I know,
that's what I thought it was.
Yeah. But no, absolute stud there. I mean, to pair him up with Phillip Rivers, and that could be awesome. But Jacksonville, I mean, last year, everybody's team of choice, you know, just young, great draft. Miles Jack, Jalen Ramsey, all sorts of guys on that team.
All right.
Yeah, the Jacksonville would be good.
We got about 4 minutes before game time, so I don't want to cut it too awful short. We can
Let's preview it up.
Discuss a little bit, but I do want to flip over to our next graphic, and what you're going to see here is a beautifully designed graphic of William Motti. William Motti, if you don't know, is the tight end for the Colts, and this is actually 100% updated to his current stats. And as you see, 30 catches, basically 500 yards, 6 touchdowns. I don't know what else to say. He's an animal.
I want him on my team. That's what I want to say. Sean, if you're listening, baby, we haven't traded in 2 seasons, baby. Send Marty to me. I'll take care of him. It's okay. I'll take care of him.
I don't think you're going to get Mowdy from Sean. He was pretty excited about him.
Oh.
Hey, there's always an attempt. You can always attempt, and it may work out. Hey, maybe it's good for me. Maybe it's good for you. It may work.
Absolutely. Everybody's got a price.
All right.
Yeah, everybody does. So how's this game gonna go down? Let's talk about how this game's gonna go down. What make a guess on the game. Make a guess on Marty. He's gonna go for freaking 400 yards. What's gonna happen?
Well, the first thing I want to point out is I just looked over to our new graphic, and you see the record before we even start discussing that. Look at the record. The Colts are 3-3, which honestly I think may be leading the AFC South. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, then if you look at the Dolphins, they are 0-5, and I played the Dolphins last week, I believe, and they actually gave me some trouble. So I think the Dolphins' 0-5 record is almost more a result of happening to play the Bills and the Patriots twice a season, and they have had a pretty tough schedule. So that 0-5 doesn't look good, but I think it's a little better than what it may look like.
Man, I hope he doesn't break his back. He's panning so hard. But anyways, on the Colts, if Boone listens to this podcast, he's just shaking in his grave. He's like, this is my year. I could have won. But I do want to say I talked to the Miami coach. And Sean, he knows I love him, so go Colts. But I talked to the Miami coach. I said, Colts are beatable, man. And the one thing that I don't get is he's got is it 96 or 97 speed running back, and he's 29 in rush ranking. Run the ball is what he needs to do.
I'm not sure on that one. But
Absolutely. What you were talking about earlier with the Dolphins, I mean, playing the Bills twice already through the season. He had to play the Bucks, who are always tough, the Patriots. I mean, 4 games right there. I think you put any team in the XCFL against those 4 teams, you could look at 0-4. So, I mean, we don't really know what we have with the Dolphins here. If he can turn it around, maybe get a little softer schedule towards the end here, put together a decent season.
Let's look at this matchup, right? So the pass rank, Miami's 4th best passing. They're 9th best defense passing. You look at the rush rank, you got some room there to maybe run the ball. I think you run the ball, you try to control the clock. You're playing a defense that's really not – the Colts defense is not that strong. I feel like you want to make this a long game and just control it by the end. So I'm thinking close game and you win it at the end.
absolutely. And my biggest takeaway, if you look at the graphic, is offensive rank, Dolphins are 31st. Pass rank, Dolphins are 29th. Rushing offensively, 31st. That's bottom 3 in every single offensive category. And honestly, defense isn't much better. Other than that pass defense, 4th is pretty stout. But
Yeah, absolutely.
then if you look at the Colts, he's mediocre. I mean, middle of the board overall, good pass, really weak rush, and then his defense is, bottom 10 overall. It's just honestly, this could be.
It sounds like we're hating on the Colts, but we love that tight end.
Yeah.
I mean, that tight end. Woo!
Are we going to see any Paxton Lynch today, do you guys think? Or do you think Andrew Luck's
Andrew
going to
Luck-
remain the starter?
Andrew Luck
Pull
has
that
to take
wedge
it.
out.
Paxton Lynch, the trade could not be done this week, so we're going to have to wait until the next week to complete the trade.
Pending physical.
And then the physical.
Yep.
He's got to do
And
it.
he may not pass that drug test. I'm gonna be honest.
Anyway, let's do a little bit of predictions, because the game should be starting here in a couple minutes. So let's do some predictions. So I'll let you guys go first. Whoever wants to go first, let's hear your predictions.
Nick, you go ahead and get started. Heath, go ahead and get started.
I think it'll start out slow, but I do think the Colts' offensive firepower is going to come through here, and I think we're going to see a big win, maybe 31-17 Colts.
Ooh, and how many catches is Marty gonna have? Let's
Right,
throw that in there.
Maury's going to have 7 catches for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Ooh,
Big game.
I want that tight end. I want it. I'm gonna say that the Miami Dolphins. You've heard it here first, okay? Ike's telling you. So write it down. Miami Dolphins are gonna start slow. They're gonna come back. Halftime, it's gonna be close. Miami's gonna take it at the beginning of the 4th. They're gonna win, and they're gonna win. Gosh, defense is not. They're gonna win something like 21-17 or something. They're gonna get a win right there at the end, and everybody's gonna say, "Where did that come from?" And you're gonna say, "Oh, that's right, Ike told us." And Monty, he's gonna have an awesome game. He's gonna have 130 yards. He's gonna have 9 catches, but it's not gonna be enough.
All right, so I'll make my prediction, but I do want to let you guys know we are loading into the game at the moment, so should be starting here next couple minutes for you. But I would predict I'm gonna go kind of, I don't know. I want to say the Colts because that 3-3 record, and the Dolphins have an 0-5. But I think the Dolphins are going to find their run game today, and I see Antoine Deese rushing for at least 130, 140 yards, touchdown or 2. And I think the Dolphins are going to squeak it out with something as simple as 17-14 or 17-12 or something like that. I think it's going to be kind of low scoring, but not too low scoring. But I'm going Dolphins 17-12.
Alrighty.
All right, so as we load in here, let's see who gets the ball first. And it looks like the Dolphins are kicking off, which I don't know about you guys, but I prefer to kick off to start the game.
I do prefer to kick off, but I have kicked off so many times now that I want to get the ball just for shits and giggles one time. And to answer your question there, Heath, I'm going to post it here.
Awesome.
All righty. Kickoff is a touchback, so nothing too exciting on that first play.
Yeah, and that's sometimes smart to do because you don't want to come out and have not 25 yards at the very beginning of the game.
No. All right, so let's see what the Colts decide to come out in for the first play of the game. Coming out in a 2 tight end set. All right, looks like we got a wide receiver lined up on both sides, possibly a single back big formation here. All right, the ball is snapped. All right, looks like we had a little bit of nothing on that play, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now.
Whole lot of nothing. That's hard when you start a game. I feel like too many people do runs at the beginning of the game. I like throwing it on first down just to throw people off. Go ahead and throw it 15 yards. Just see what happens.
All right, let's see what they decide to come out in next. Oh boy, we're going big. Second play of the game, a 2nd and 10 for the Colts. Luck steps back, hits the out route to his, I believe, tight end. None other than not William Oddie. It's about a 5-yard gain.
Oh, baby. And he gets the 5 yards. And, oh, man, it just gets me all excited for that tight end.
And that will
But
bring up
he's just smart with it.
That will bring up a 3rd and 5.
All right, I say he go with the tight end again. I mean, I know we got to mix up the ball, but let's just see the tight end one more time. There we go. Let's see. Oh, that.
All right. Left drops back, and once again, I do believe that's another tight end. I'll have to check my sheet, but number 87 does come up big there.
I think it was Poyer. Maybe it was Poyer. I don't know if it was or
Yeah, 87. Yep, that's Tremaine
Poyer. And
Yep.
honestly, I think the tight end went in front of him. I thought he was throwing to the tight end. It was actually a beautiful pass by Andrew Luck. I don't know if I can get rid of him because they went right past the one guy and right into the second.
And that's my fault there. Poyer is actually a receiver, so 2 plays in a row, both to Poyer. All right.
He's the rookie receiver, I believe.
And handoff to Abdullah on the counter, and he goes absolutely nowhere, loses 4 yards.
As a Lion fan, we see a lot of that from Amir Abdullah, so nothing.
I didn't know Abdullah was so down.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and long, and I think you gotta
Andrew
think
Luck's
pass.
going to be an interesting storyline.
All right, so looks like we got Lux drops back. 2nd and 14. He's passing.
There he is.
Day and
There he is.
to William Oddie.
There he is. The one thing I'll say is I like looking at this when I do the feed. Look at the pocket. The pocket's just looking beautiful for Andrew Luck. He's got time. No one's getting close to him. He can really put the spin on the ball when he's got that much of a pocket.
Yeah, that's going to bring him a 3rd and 2. And you got to think he's going to come out in a run look here and in an audible way if needed. But you got to think this is going to be a run right here.
Oh, that blocking.
Blocking was beautiful. Number 35.
I was
gets the first down.
I was a little worried there because they pull up the graphic where it says he's had 1 fumble this season. It's like when you're watching NFL on Sunday and you've got Drew Brees and you're like, please, just get the first down. And it says, well, he said 6 interceptions. It's like, no, don't say that. Maybe this will work.
And they're staying with the run game. And Abdullah manages to get another 5 yards there, and he's chunking away. That takes him up to 12 yards on 3 carries, so can't complain too much there.
I didn't see the run working at all at the very beginning. What's changed? I mean, what's changed? It wasn't working at all.
I think he's just sticking with it. Sean likes to throw the ball. We all know that. Andrew Luck led the league in interceptions the last couple of years. He's got to get the run game going eventually, so I think he's just sticking with it till it works.
All right, let's see if they decide to come out in here on a 2nd and 5.
They should keep running the football.
They should. But, stranger things have happened, and they do.
Absolutely. There we go.
Takes it out to the left side there, manages to get the first down, and about another yard more.
Yeah, and he had just a beautiful run there, and it's the line. The line is doing a very good job on the pocket. They're doing a good job on their blocks. I feel like the Colts line's got some momentum here.
Hopefully they can stick with it. All right, Luck's back by himself in the backfield now.
5 wide.
All right, Luck drops back. Quick screen pass to his receiver out there who jukes and manages to get about 8 yards. All right,
Yeah, that was a nice play there.
Yeah, that's Dante Moncrief. He's getting up there in age, but he still has the quickness to run those wide receiver screens there.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys remember or not, but T.Y. Hilton's no longer a Colt.
He is not. Actually, he might be a Dolphin maybe. I think I.
Well, that would be kind of interesting if he was.
I think he's a Redskin.
All right, they decided to ride the run and ride Abdullah, who does fall across the first down marker and gets the first down. So that'll bring up a first and goal at the.
I don't want to tell people what to do, but if Abdullah keeps running like this, a tight end play action play.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying it may work really well. In the
6'5", 260. Got to throw it up to him.
All right, here we go. Once again, comes out. They're coming out.
Oh.
Ball snapped to Luck, drops back, and he throws into coverage and gets swatted down by a middle.
Did you see that misread? That's what we're talking about when we're talking about interceptions. Because he's lucky that didn't just get caught by the other team.
How much user insight do you have, Ike, on last night's Bengals game? Because my understanding there was a lot of dropped interceptions in that game.
There was a lot of dropped interceptions on both teams. I mean, I'll admit the Chargers had a ton of dropped interceptions, but my Bengals, we dropped one in the end zone, and we dropped another one, and we dropped another one. That was a weird game.
The end zone one's a killer. All right, coming out in a 3 wide receiver set. Watch Marty there on the right side. I'd look to Marty here if I were.
I would too.
Oh,
right,
nice.
Luck drops back, and he does not throw to Marty. Instead, he hits his rookie receiver Poyer for the touchdown.
Touchdown Colts. Here we go.
And honestly, if you were watching, because I was watching Marty, because Marty was like, give me the ball. And if you were watching him, he was double covered. So that was a good read if he did read that before he threw the ball.
We had a drive there, though. Almost 5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, I think he goes back to that. I think it goes back to that running game. A lot of people start with the running game. It doesn't work, so they pass to get the ball moving. He did that, but then he went back to the running game. And I think a lot of people forget when the pass is working and working and working, go back to the running game, and it will work.
Absolutely. All right, kickoff. Looks like they have Antoine Dees back there returning kicks, and he takes it out to the 28-yard line.
I was going to say, how do you guys feel about having your starting running back there return kicks?
I think it's freaking stupid.
I don't like that one bit. I got some scrubs returning my kicks.
Yeah, that's out of all my fast receivers, I don't keep any of them on special teams.
All right, let's see if they decide to use Dees right off the bat. And they do. Take a stretch out to the right side, manage to get about 3 yards. Nothing too crazy.
I felt like he could have went. I felt like he had a hole there. And Andrew will tell you, or Mike will tell you, that I have horror stories of my real NFL team Saints throwing starters on the special teams, and they get injured.
Oh, yeah.
So it haunts me at night.
All right. Orlando, Germany comes out under center here. Drops back. He's looking left. He's looking right. And he flips it left to Javarvis Landry, who breaks one tackle. Jukes another
Beautiful
guy.
tread of a tackle.
And
Nice
gets
Tread of a
move.
tackle.
That brings up a 1st and 10 for the Miami Dolphins. And we're almost to midfield, so.
And that was a beautiful play. Throw it short to Landry. Landry's known for shredding tackles, and he made some good play there.
Absolutely. And if you're the Colts here, you got to think the Dolphins are coming out in a run here. So let's see how the Colts decide to play that. The Dolphins, I think, are a very predictable team. They like to run first a lot. So Germany comes out, drops back, and it is a pass. Flips it on the slant to Landry once again, and gets about 9 yards on the carry, or on the rush.
What do you guys think about Fernando Germany's career? I don't know if you guys have followed his career. Donald Trump has given him some hard time because he said he wasn't from the United States. But what do you feel about his career in Miami?
Oh, roller coaster ride. Yeah. Very, I think 2 seasons ago, he threw 33 interceptions. But, the year before that, he goes 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 14 picks. It's just an up and down season. Now, the last couple years, he just can't get it going.
All right, well, what you guys missed there was Deese on the counter, fought for the 1st down. However, Malcolm Morford decided to hold his defensive lineman and gets called for the penalty there. So that brings up a 2nd and 11. So that's a loss
Devastating.
right there.
What a stupid hold. He was already through. I don't know if you guys saw it on the play, but he was already through the hole when he held the ball. Oh, man. That's devastating.
That's not what you want to see. All right, let's see if they decide to come out in here. Ball snap. This is a screen pass. Flipped out to Deese. And, cannot get away. His blockers did not help him out one bit.
He did not. And, we can talk a little bit about Madden 18. They keep saying that, the downfield blockers. I hope that the downfield blockers are just awesome in Madden 18 because I keep reading and hearing, the wide receivers, they'll block so well. Be awesome.
Yeah, that was bad. There was only 2 defenders out there and 2 blockers, so that should have been the easy 1st down. Instead,
Easy
it was a 3-yard gain. All right, Germany dropped back, flipped it across the middle, and it is incomplete. So that's going to make it a 4th and 8.
Punt the football.
A punt for the Dolphins. All right, let's see if the Dolphins can manage to pin those Colts deep. That's going to be key right here.
It's going to be major. And let's just talk about how devastating that hold is. Hold, 3rd and 1, he clearly got 1 yard. So that was a devastating hold.
Yeah, you go from having a 1st down to punting the ball. That's rough.
And I don't know his offensive line, but if they are not disciplined, we need to get those guys disciplined because that's when the non-disciplined guys do it. Is in that key situation.
What do you think we see out of the Colts here? They come out aggressive, come out running the football, controlling the clock again like they just did.
I think they're going to stick with their game here. I was calling Miami to win this one, and I'm not going to give that up. But the Colts are going to be smart here, and I think they're going to manage time. And even if they don't get points on the board, taking 4 or 5 minutes off the clock is still a win. All right, so first play is a run that is absolutely destroyed in the backfield. Loses 3 yards.
And I was going to say, Miami needs to be stout on defense because I think the Colts did not plan on running. They feel like they can now, and you got to shut that thing down. And I think that's how you started right there.
Absolutely.
Force them to throw the ball. 2nd and 13. Force them to throw.
All right, so looks like they're coming out in a 3 wide receiver set. Look at Mahdi on the left there. Ball.
Got to get him involved.
Oh, yeah. Ball snapped. Luck drops back. Looking for Mahdi and hits Mahdi across the center there.
There we go.
30 to the 33-yard line. Big completion there, and I think everybody knew that Mahdi was getting that ball.
Yeah, I don't know if the Miami knows, but we need to shade Mahdi all up and down. We need to just shadow him, put a linebacker on him, whatever you got to do. Don't let that man catch the ball. If I was playing the Colts all game long, I would do that to Mahdi.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if a lot of guys know the shadow feature, but if you're playing, if you hit Y, that brings up adjustments, and if you hit Y
it's
again,
A.
or A,
Yep.
that brings up individual assignments, and you can actually pick a receiver and then choose to shadow him, choose to cover him inside, outside, whatever. But, well, we just missed a heck of a play there. Play action.
That was a beautiful play.
Decide to hit their receiver on the outside there, and he takes it all the way down to the Dolphin 31-yard line.
And that is a killer flood play there. I love the play after KC flood because the one route is beautiful with your backup tight end, and sometimes that wide receiver streak is just wide open.
Absolutely. All right, Marty on the left side, but I'm thinking run right here if I'm the Colts. The ball is snap handed off to Abdullah, who has a lane.
Woo!
Shoots one guy.
Oh man,
Baby!
And takes it to the 5-yard line. That was a beautiful run.
what a move!
We're going to see that run again later.
Abdullah heard the pre-cast, and he was like, say what? I gotta
Fear
get on the show.
Amir, absolutely, what a move!
That's
Did you guys see the lineman just blow up the defensive end, too? That play was just destined to be rocking.
That's one thing they're also saying in Madden 18 is we're going to see improved jukes and spins because, honestly, I don't even try them that often because they're so useless, this Madden. All right, let's see it come out now. Got a shotgun formation on the 5-yard line. Left drops back and has a wide
There we go.
open. And that's Poyer again. That's Poyer's second touchdown of the game.
Hold on
Big
here.
review here.
It's going to review it, but I think it's going to be upheld, and it is upheld.
I think so as well. Yep. Big game from Poyer.
So do we have the warning lights on yet? Because broadcasting has not gone well for one team so far.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
it's a blowout so far for back-to-back broadcasts. So, all right, well, here we are, a 14-0 ball game, and the Colts didn't take a ton of time off the clock, but they scored, so it's a win either way.
Yeah, the Colts are just man-holding them. And, I was going to say something with Madden 18. With Madden 18, they also said if you come out in dollar or you come out in dime and you run, they will just nail you down, just pancake you down if you run against dollar or dime. So I hope that's the truth because I would love to do that.
That's how it should be. I mean, if you got one D tackle and then if you got, 4 or 5 linebackers and then 6 or 7 D backs, you should not be able to stop the run with that formation. Instead, it's a dominant run-stopping formation in Madden 17. So, all right. So, I think the key here for the Dolphins is, like I said last night about the Bengals, don't overthink things. Don't get too scared and rushed. You still have 3/4 of football here. So they come out play action right off the bat and flip to the outside.
There you go.
And get the first down. 12-yard completion.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play. And I still feel like you got to get that run back in space. I don't know if you want to do a toss every once in a while. I don't know if you want to do something where, do one of those running back wildcats.
Yeah, 97 speed, get him to the outside and take it upfield. And that's exactly what they try to do here. He has
There
some
you
run
go.
room,
Slow room.
takes it up to the 48-yard line.
That's what he's going to do in running room. If his guys would hold blocks, he's going to be able to take it to the house. It will come.
I don't want to get too much into gameplay issues that we may have in our league, but a lot of people do like to say that people run outside too much. And one thing I try to implore in my games are, I have a speedy guy, and I have another guy that's going to run people over. Don Keedix is my new recently acquired running back, and he's my guy for up the middle. And then I have Oman for my outside. So you just got to spread the ball around.
Yeah, I think that's great. One of my ultimate favorite guys up the middle was guy from Jets or Jaguars.
You had Ivory. You had
Chris
Yeti.
Ivory.
Ivory was awesome up the middle.
All right, looks like we have a toss called here, and I do not like this defense for a toss. I don't think it's going to work.
Oh!
Well.
Oh.
And the defense blows it up, and somehow the Dolphins recover that fumble. I don't know how that happened.
Dees came back up with it. Yeah.
That's where the speed hurts here because if you guys notice, he almost went too fast for his block.
Oh, yeah.
If he would have waited a little bit for his blocker, he might have went to the house. That's another thing with Madden 18, just spreading the knowledge. They said that supposedly you won't go running around and no one can catch the fumble. We can hope.
All right. Germany drops back, flips it to Gilmore, and
Oh, my God.
Another fumble.
wow,
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Woo!
this might be a circus. We do have a penalty on the play, and it is a roughing the passer.
Oh,
It was
doesn't
rough on the
matter.
passer. And I hate that where it says, I think it said against the offense, didn't it? It's weird because
Yeah,
the offense and
it's
defense have
different.
switched. And sometimes, I will say, sometimes people, it was a couple weeks ago, sometimes people click approve or disapprove, and they don't read it right.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, that's definitely a sigh of relief there for the Dolphins. So they do hand it back off to Deese, even though he recently fumbled, and he manages to go basically nowhere. Gets about 2 yards on it.
Take it inside. Tell me you saw the hole inside, baby.
Absolutely. Even with
Did
the
you see the
speed,
hole
yep.
inside?
Gotta hit the hole. Gotta hit the hole. Gotta hit the hole.
Yep. Everyone wants to try to take it outside, you know. Sometimes you just got to take it inside.
Oh yeah, you gotta take what the defense gives you. Absolutely.
And you gotta watch those speedy guys, because I'll admit, I sometimes hit the speed too early. And if you hit the speed too early, your speedy guy is a negative because the blocks can't get set up.
Absolutely. All right, let's see what the Dolphins decide to do here on in my opinion, a somewhat crucial 2nd and 8 here, because if you don't do something, you're going to have a 3rd and long. All right, pass drops back, flips it. Oh, my goodness. And he is sacked.
Dunlap in the backfield.
Dunlap!
Real quick.
Baby, Dunlap's still alive. He's still kicking. He's kind of slow, but he's
That's a
kicking.
10-yard loss. That brings up a 3rd and 18. That's exactly what you do not want.
Exactly what you said was going to happen. If you don't convert 2nd and 8.
You know, it's something we can see, but he should just threw that away. Nobody's open.
Yeah. All right, I'd look for a poster out here. Jarvis Landry on that left side running the post. That's what I think's probably going to see. And he did run it. We didn't see the pass there.
He lost the ball. Darn it, man. He had it.
And
that's frustrating.
I don't know if he has the wind or not. It looks like he does not have the wind, so he's going to have to punt.
Not. Yep.
That's
devastating.
That's
and to me, you were 3rd and 18. To me, I would have went shorter and just try to get the field goal.
What's the possibility of a fake punt here, guys?
You know, with 18 yards, I don't think you can. It's just
a fake punt would be pretty extreme in this situation.
It's a little too many yards to get there with a fullback or a punter.
Oh, what a kick!
Oh, man.
Come on, give it to him.
Wow.
That was a beautiful kick.
You know, my kicker tries to put backspin on it, and I don't seem to have near as much luck as other guys. I had one hit the 2-yard line, and it bounced in the end zone today with backspin. And then I had another one hit the 1-yard line and bounce in the end zone. Yet when I watched the Chargers yesterday, that
was insane.
His were hitting inside the 5 and spinning back to the 12-yard line. So I don't know. My kicker's good, so I don't know what's going on there. All right, let's see what the Colts can muster up. They hand it off to Abdullah, who manages to get about 3 yards there. It's nothing too crazy, but so far on the day, he's averaging about 6 yards a carry.
As fun as it's been to have Abdullah, I mean, and Heath knows we need to shut Abdullah down. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, a guy that's only averaged 3.3 yards all season long is having a lot of success against this Dolphins defense.
All right, looks like got Mahdi on the left side there, so I'd look for Mahdi on this. Mahdi's key. Got a key in on Mahdi. Ball snap, drops back, and flips it. Oh, flipped it to the defender, actually, who decides to just swat it down.
Another dropped interception. Oh, it could
That's the second time. It is the coming of the Chargers game.
He's putting one hand up for the football. Go up with 2 hands.
Go
That's
up
6
with 2
points.
hands. I know.
Yeah, it's different if you got to jump and swat it down. That one there, he didn't have to jump. He just had to stand there and catch the ball. All right, let's see what we can do here. Once again, we got a shotgun. This time, Mahdi's lined up on the right side. All right, ball snap. Luck drops back and flips it on the corner out.
Andre Flynn, I believe that is, 89.
Yeah, and he manages to hang on to it for the first down. Those wide receiver corner routes or the corner strikes or whatever you want to call those are deadly. And, you know, a lot of people struggle with defending that. And if you want to know how to defend those, go watch a Bills game.
Just do that cloud shading. It does help. You know, what I'm noticing is he's getting pressure. Miami's getting pressure, but it's too late. The Indianapolis Colts offensive line's playing really well.
Yeah, you got to have pressure. That's key. Doesn't matter how good your secondary is. If you don't get to the quarterback, he's got all day, and he's going to find holes to throw the ball to. All right, Abdullah manages to scrape together a few yards there, about maybe 3. That's going to bring him a 2nd and 7. And I would like to see the Colts run the ball again and run that clock down.
I did too. I think Miami got lucky there because he kind of ran into his own guy. He could have bounced that outside, and he might have went a lot farther.
6 there.
There was nobody behind him.
Alrighty, here we go. So we got a bunch set on the right side there. Luck makes an adjustment, snaps the ball, hands it off to Abdullah, and he goes nowhere.
Well, we have just found Marty's weakness because he did not block shit.
Yeah, that was rough. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6, and it does take us down to the 2-minute warning.
Did you see that, Heath, or was it just me that he crossed the line?
Absolutely.
Totally let everybody go by.
He is a pass-catching tight end, that is for sure.
Yep. All right, let's see what the Colts decide to do on a 3rd and 6. I personally would like to see a run just to kind of kill that clock or force Miami to use a timeout here. Got 3 wide receivers on the left, Mahdi on the right. Ball snap, and it is a pass, and he hits Mahdi wide open down the left seam. Manages to get a very large gain on that and take him up to the 37-yard line.
And that's the thing, like, I feel like he isn't abusing Mahdi. I don't know the numbers, but, I mean, he's trying to pass the ball around. But when you see Mahdi out wide like that, you have to shade him. Like, there's shadowing because you know he's either doing a corner route or a crossing route. It's not going to be great.
Yep, Mahdi's only has 3 catches, but he has 50 yards, so he's making waves. All right, full house formation. Ball snap, drops back, flips it across on the slant route to Dante Moncrief. Once again, another first down.
Maybe that's no play. I love that play. That play is so good if you got some speed because that cut he does, it's nasty.
Good route running. You got to have good route running for that cut as well. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10. Miami does opt to call a timeout there, which may be smart. I don't know. It's an interesting call there.
Heath, I feel like you're an intelligent person, and you know after this play, you can tell me how screwed is Miami if Colts score another touchdown. So we'll talk here.
Oh, absolutely. Hold on.
All right, we got single back big here. Luck under center, and Luck drops back, choosing to pass, and once again, those Dolphins secondary, there's some swatters.
You know, Andrew Luck's been really impressive so far today throwing the football, though. Completing his passes, hitting his receiver. It does have a lot to do with Amir Abdullah in the backfield. Give him a little rushing threat.
All right, I'm not sure I like this call here. The Colts come out 4 wide receivers set on inside their 20s, or the 20s. I don't know about this one. Could be a run. Could be trying to throw the defense off. Ball snap, it's not a run. Instead, he managed to hit his receiver there, take him down to the 1-yard line. Oh, boy.
Yeah, and that's risk reward because that's when the game may say, you know what, you're winning too much. We're going to give it an exception. So that was risky.
Yep, instead, you have 1st and goal on the 1-yard line. So, I don't want to say it's a guaranteed touchdown, but it's pretty much a guaranteed touchdown here.
And it ain't with that Bengals defense.
Well, it would be if they ran that amazing QB sneak. Instead, they hand it off to Abdullah, who actually loses 2 yards on it. It goes nowhere. You don't run a trap on the 1-yard line.
I'll say one of my favorite plays that I found now on the short yardage like that, Sam Blitz. It's nasty. Nasty on.
It's pretty decent. He's got it right there on his play call sheet. Let's see if he goes with it. Looks like he's lined up in that formation.
Uh-oh.
I'm smelling a toss here.
I'm thinking so.
Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh. Fake fullback dive.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
How did he not make that?
Abdullah, lower the shoulder, get in the end zone.
He is stopped at the 1.
And he's reading my mind. Sam Blitz is beautiful there. Spread the linebackers, though. I even spread the linebackers because it saves a little bit more. But, that was a hell of a play.
It was. I like to put my outside linebackers, not to give secrets away, but in that formation right there, I'll put that far outside linebacker on a flat route, so he'll actually help protect that toss a little bit.
Absolutely, I did the
his
same
first
thing.
step is outside, so a little tip for
You're
those
getting
listening.
tips. You're getting tips if you listen here. Getting tips. You may not get your guaranteed Madden 18 team, but I'll try.
All right, so same thing right here. I mean, you got those linebackers on the outside there. I'd put one or both on flat routes so their first step is outside.
Oh.
Wow, Abdullah.
Abdullah spins and manages to go absolutely nowhere. But that was impressive. I'll give him that.
I mean, I know we're PG, but how pissed would you be if you would have spun that inside and got the touchdown?
Oh, man.
I would need a new controller.
Yep.
Alrighty, so that's going to bring up the field goal situation, and of course the Colts nails it. So going into halftime, we got a 17-0 ball game.
That's
And-
big though. Getting points.
So Heath, I'm putting the golf. I'm putting the ball on the tee. I'll let you lay one up here. How screwed is Miami 17-0?
You know, I'm gonna have to go to my prediction was so far. I said 31-17 Colts, and so far it's looking kind of good. Just the Dolphins got to get in the end zone a few times, but
Yeah, my prediction sucks. So if I predict you, you're going to lose.
My prediction blows too. Although my prediction is still possible if Miami gets going here.
yeah,
It's still possible.
You did say they would start out slow and then they would get going. So
halftime they'd start getting going and they'd come back and win. So Miami, I still got faith in them.
I mean, hey,
yes,
we just witnessed the Super Bowl in real life last season. What was it, 28-3 at halftime?
yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that was the Falcons though. Next time.
that's true. All right, Germany flipped it to the out route, hits Landry for the first down. You know, I'm not sure of the numbers, but I feel like of his 6 completions, Landry's been at least 3 or 4 of those. So
Honestly, I feel like use Landry. Use Landry. I don't know who your tight end is. Use your tight end. Then
Nobody.
mix it up with the running back.
oh, there we pop up. He has 3 receptions of the 6. So you know, if I'm the Colts, you know who I'm shadowing? I'm shadowing Landry.
Yep.
All right,
Make
hands
those
it off
other
to
guys
Deese.
beat
Decent run there, man. Just to scrape together about 6 yards, averaging 5 on the day.
And Miami can't get scared to run the football. You got two full quarters left. You have to get Deese going to run the football, whether or in the passing game. Just get the ball in your playmakers' hands. Let them make a move and go.
And this is where I sometimes 2nd and 4, I'll try to run it again. And then depending if I get it or not, I might do a play action or a quick little pass, or I may even run it one more time. But I think it's smart to run it here.
Absolutely, and it looks like we got Germany under center, flips it, and that toss is absolutely blown up. And you know, there's no way you can blame the running back on that. You got to blame the blocker. That was awful.
The blocking was horrible. The guy before the running back even caught the toss.
Oh
He
yeah.
was there.
That's gonna bring him a 3rd and 9. And now, if you're the Colts, you know he's passing the ball. I mean, he's down 17, 3rd and long. You're not running this, so you know it's a pass. So if you're the Colts, you're playing some sort of max coverage right here.
Absolutely.
I would look for either Landry on the post or maybe an out route. Those seem to be pretty popular. And Landry on a post cannot come down with it.
Normally very sure-handed, Jarvis Landry.
Oh, yeah.
And that would have been an incredible catch because Landry got pressed, had to beat him outside, cut across inside, and had a chance to catch the ball,
Yeah,
which is incredible.
I don't know if you saw or not, but the receiver on the left that ran the out route, he was actually open right at the line of scrimmage, so that may have been the better approach to take. What a punt.
Yeah, he's definitely feeding Landry.
What a punt. Kicks it to the sideline, manages to take it out to the 3-yard line, so that's going to pin those Colts deep. You know, if you're the Dolphins here, you need to capitalize on this. You need a safety right here, right now.
Bring the heat. Bring the heat.
But I'd be careful, though, because, see, if you bring too much heat and you don't get to it, you may give up a huge. So bring heat that's still got coverage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately, I don't know if the Dolphins have that capability. All right, Luck snaps the ball, drops back in the end zone, and once again finds his receiver for the first down. I mean, I feel like we say first down a lot for the Colts.
And that was the example that I don't know. I don't know if I'd man blitz there. I'd probably zone blitz there because I just feel like you're leaving yourself too vulnerable with that man blitz.
Oh yeah, I don't like the man blitz in situations like that because you know
Well,
it's gonna
that
be a quick
slant
pass.
is going to kill you. Yeah, it's going to kill you with that quick pass.
Let's see what they do on their own 15-yard line here. Looks like we got that single back big formation. Luck under center. Taking his pretty sweet time here, man.
Looking like Peyton Manning in his Colts days, making audibles at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. 1, 2. Is he going to make a third? No, he snaps it and hands it off to Abdullah, who I don't think knew where he was going because he tried cutting inside and went nowhere.
I think the lights got a little too bright for Abdullah. He's starting to come back to earth.
I'm not sure if that was a mistake of play calling or just poor running by Abdullah. Either way, we got 2nd and 10.
Now, I don't know who Colts have for running backs, but I'm kind of impressed with this Colts team. Maybe they need to be in the market for a running back. With a running back, this Colts team might be pretty deadly.
Absolutely. All right, so, you know, Monty's kind of highlighted there on the right side. So if I'm the Dolphins, I'm thinking I'm thinking cover Mahdi right here. Luck snaps that's back and has Mahdi right across the middle of the field for an open completion.
You know, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm always thinking cover him out of here.
Well, kind of, but I mean, can't you tell can't you tell when they're gonna throw to Mahdi though? Like, there's formations where you're like, okay, they're gonna throw to Mahdi.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I mean, that formation with the 2 wide receivers on the outside and then him on the inside, you can almost guarantee that he's gonna run that route.
Yep. And they didn't play it right. So, I mean, just like this one right here, you got Mahdi on the left, but he's in a blocking setup here. And you can tell there he blocks. Abdullah does manage to get a good run, about 8 yards on the carry there.
And I think the worst
Second
thing
three.
he could do there is maybe do a quick flat or something. But, I mean, you can give that up. So I feel like you're safe not shadowing him there.
Yeah, there's tendencies that players have, and that's something people need to pick up on. I think it separates the good users from the bad users. I mean, if you've been paying attention, when Mahdi lines up on the left side, he hasn't caught a single pass. Now he's on the right side, but he's lined up against the line there, so he's a blocker there. Does a good job blocking, man. Just allow him to get 2 yards on the carry.
Oh, how important is this stop? This stop is just, it's got to happen. You need to be able to stop the run here.
You do. If they
and
decide
I
to
feel
run.
like, oh, okay, 4 wide receiver. All right,
Oh, boy.
load up. Find
All
him.
right, empty backfield entirely. I mean, no one saw that one coming. Dolphins look like they're coming out. And
Watch Mahdi.
Yeah.
spread out
Mahdi and watch
formation.
87.
Yeah, I'm smelling some Poyer on this one. He's that outside receiver over there in the bunch. I think, nope, they hit Mahdi
Quick out, quick
underneath
flat
for the
out.
first down. You know, we should just give insider information to the coaches and just tell them what they're going to do, because it seemed like we know
I
what
feel
they're
like
gonna
we
do
should.
quite a bit.
We're good broadcasters. That's what happens. We know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
15. Hey, we haven't talked about 15 for 19 passing.
That's not too shabby. He might be rethinking that trade for Paxton Lynch. All right, ball snap. Luck drops back. Has basically all day. Throws to a curl. Oh, my goodness. Throws a curl to Dante Moncrief, who scrapes it off the ground.
That was a terrible pass, honestly.
That was rough.
But he made it work because that pass was horrid.
We're not seeing any pressure by the Dolphins. Luck has all day to stand back there and throw.
Well, I mentioned at the beginning, the pocket. I mean,
It's huge,
take
yeah.
a second. If you're watching and listening, watch this pocket. And he's not afraid to get hit at all.
Absolutely not. We got 3 wide receivers on the right side, 2 on the right side with Mahdi. This is one here where I would think run, and it is indeed a run. Abdullah tries cutting up the middle and goes nowhere. Manages to get 1 yard.
And
Brings up a second
if you
and
pay
9.
attention, I don't know, Nick or Heath, have you used that nickel overload 3? I mean, you should get pressure there.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I'm looking now at the stats he's here, and Dolphins only have sacks all season long. And that's, I mean, bottom 3 or 4 in the XCFL here. Doesn't get it done. If you can't pressure the quarterback, you are in big trouble.
And I think I saw Stu was on the line.
All right, looks like we're coming out. And it looks like a passing formation here, so we'll see what the Colts decide to do with it. Oh, there's Luck making his adjustments on the fly. Wide receiver in motion, ball snap, drops back, and his pass again, and he's taking a shot. He's taking a shot. Oh, we didn't have 1 dropped interception. We had 2 dropped interceptions on that play.
Yeah, I do feel bad for Miami right now because, at least both teams were dropping interceptions last time.
Yeah.
There was a lot of dropped interceptions for Miami. I will admit that.
Yeah, I feel like Miami should have at least 2 or 3 interceptions at this point.
And they need one. They need one to turn the momentum.
Yeah, they need to turn over bad here.
They do.
3rd and 9 though. Need a big stop, force a punt, get your stuff going.
One thing I want to point out is if you do watch the Dolphins, he uses suggested plays a lot, and that's something that you got to get away from doing if you want to be successful in the XCFL. Those suggested plays, not only does it usually promote repetitive play calling, but it's just they're not the best plays, and as you see there, he gives it the first down.
So who is the other receivers? I mean, he's using Mahdi, and he definitely is using Moncrief, but His pointer. He did well.
He's got Poyer and he's
Yeah.
got Flynn. I mean, he's
Poyer
been
and
spreading the
Flynn,
ball
yeah.
well, actually.
Have we seen Flynn? I don't know if we've seen.
Yeah, a few
Flynn's
times.
got
He was the one
3
that got
carries.
tackled on
Oh
the goal.
wow.
Or receptions. He's lined up out there to the right now. He's actually the number 2 receiver. Poyer's number 3. All right, ball snap. Luck drops back. And, oh, my. You leave Marty wide open across the middle of the field. Why?
Man, he just gets me all hot and heavy, man. Whew.
Why do you leave him wide open?
I haven't used that mid-attack play for a while. That was. Oof.
Oh, my goodness.
Mid-attack the mid.
He did. I actually removed that entire formation from my playbook. I got tired of it.
Well, fellas, what do you think about? I mean, pressure's not happening.
Something's got to
Maybe
change.
put more guys in coverage, back off the pressure. Well, what do you do at this stage? I mean, because you're not getting there with pressure. You can blitz your entire team, and you're not getting there with pressure.
I think the first step that he needs to do is he needs to get away from the suggested plays, pick his own plays, and pick his plays based on what he sees Miami coming out in. I mean, right there, a little flip pass to Abdullah, only gets 2 yards on it, but I mean, it's a screen pass, and there was no pressure coming at Andrew Luck on a screen pass.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see any pressure. The only guy fell down like 10 yards before.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of that cross screen, but I mean, you should have guys getting close to Andrew Luck.
Oh no, on the cross screens, I get sacked a lot when I try that play, so I don't even have that in my playbook anymore. It just takes too long to develop, and usually pressure's right there in my face. But Luck, he had no pressure.
There's one I like that I found. It's a fullback cross screen that I like just for fun. It's pretty awesome.
Gotta love the fullback screens. All right. Looks like he's staying with the suggested playbook, or the suggested plays, and that's... Oh, he is not actually. Wow.
4-4 split. Do it, baby. Do
Flipping
that
out.
4-4 split.
Must be
Making
listening to the
changes here.
broadcast.
He must be listening.
Yep.
If you're listening, good job.
Oh, I like this 4-4 split.
I like the
Here we go.
4-4 split. I like to spread my linebackers out, though. I mean, it gives you a real wide
Yeah,
look.
because it gets you real tight in there. Yeah.
And right now, I
He's
mean,
gonna he got it.
all right, works out well for him.
He's
Manages
got
to
some
get
speed.
a yard, but nothing too crazy.
He's got some speed at linebacker there that helps him out.
I mean, his only hope here is to force a field goal to give him a shot. I think if it gets to 24-0, I think we're in a little bit of trouble here.
I think 24-0. You're playing for pride. I
Yeah.
mean, you could say playing for pride now, but I think he's got a shot. I mean,
Well, you got to think of it this way: 24-0 still is only a 3-possession game.
Marty.
True.
Marty.
You think Marty? I smell some Marty. He better be shadowing Marty. Luck's under center. Drops back and decides to try.
Woo! We got pressure.
Fumble.
We got pressure, we got a fumble, and the Colts come up with it. So, you know,
Oh, that's big
there were some
there.
positives there. Does force a
There was
field
some
goal.
positive. Man, there's 3 fumbles. One fumble changed teams.
Yeah.
We
Fumbles
missed
have
a
been.
field goal. We've seen the XCFL is famous for their missed field goals.
Oh yeah. And
We are.
manages to squeeze it by the left.
Right through, yeah.
And I'm leading that train for the freight field. But I'll say that going back to Madden 18, that's one thing I've heard that they should not do that on a fumble.
No.
It makes no sense. Well,
No.
there's like a pile of the fumble. One needs to just put their hand out there and grab the fumble. So
Yeah.
I really, really hope to see that.
Those fumbles have been a little overpowered. I mean, the Bills just played the Jets tonight, and both teams forced 4 fumbles. So that's kind of insane. There was only, I think, one of them. I think only one or two of the 8 actually changed possession. But I mean, that's 8 fumbles in a game. That's insane.
Did anybody see that stat at the top there that the Dolphins have 75 yards of total offense?
Yeah, that's not good. They
Two
almost
minutes
doubled.
before.
Wow. I mean, he just got like 30 there. So
Yeah, there you go. Robert Woods, big play.
And I will say, Robert Woods, I haven't even seen his name. I haven't
No.
even recognized he's playing the game. So I think you do need to spread it out a little bit.
no, he was
Oh,
he was
boy.
tossed away from the Bills back in the day. All right, Germany draws back. Who's he gonna go at? He's gonna try to carry. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Tries to hit
no.
up from that Carew on that corner out there and gets intercepted by Maurice Alexander. That is not what you want to see right there if you're the Dolphins.
at all.
And that's a tough one. I make the same problem, so I'm not giving Miami a hard time. But, since I'm watching and not playing, I will say that you could tell what was going to happen. He only was looking at that route. Maybe he wasn't, but to me, it looked like he was only looking at that route, and it was never there.
When, in fact, if you looked at Landry running that post down the middle, he actually cut inside and probably could have squeezed it in there. I like luck. Whoa. Colts decided to go play action. Hits Marty,
goodness.
and it's knocked away.
Oh, he dropped it.
That would have been a highlight catch. Woo! My boy. That he was running down, turned, and caught that ball. Man.
Yeah,
Pretty athletic there, big guy.
I don't know if I like the play action there on that, though. I mean, it's risky.
I don't like the play action there. Yeah, it was risky. I don't like it. You're up 20-0. I think you can be running now.
All right, Luck's back in the pocket, has all day, and we're going to have a defensive pass interference on Callahan.
That wasn't even close to catching that ball.
No, it was not, but he definitely did have a hold of him. So it's hard. Those plays are hard. I mean, it's hard to control. And as a user, it's frustrating because you don't have any control over that.
So what time do we need to get to that he needs to start running? Yeah, I don't know if Sean's listening or not, but you're 20-0, 6 minutes left. What do you expect him to start
run the ball? Let's see if he does here. And it is a run. Hands it off to Abdullah. Manages to get maybe a yard, half a yard. Abdullah had a few runs there in the middle for some success, but he's been shut down recently. He's 19 for 61 yards right now. So, I mean, he's barely averaging 3 yards per carry right now.
Yeah, he definitely came down to earth, that's for sure.
That's what Abdullah does, though.
Oh, trust me, I know.
I've noticed this formation quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Different
He
ways.
likes the bunch formation. Hits Mahdi on a quick little out route there. Gets about 6 yards. Should bring up a nice short third and 4.
When he can bunch the other receivers up there with Mowdy, it doesn't let people get a jam on Mowdy off the line because they're focused on the guys in front of him, the receivers. Gets a free release.
Did you guys hear the Madden 18 information? You can actually press tight ends in Madden 18, which is going to be huge. You can actually press them no matter where. It's going to be enormous.
It's going to be huge.
They're going to be huge.
Huge, I tell ya. That was my terrible Donald Trump impression. All right, Colts out in the full house formation here. I love the full house formation.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's taking his sweet time.
Play
Letting that clock run
low.
down, and man, wow.
There it is.
Takes a delay of game. That's different.
3rd and 4, he could have put it away, but now we're sitting at 3rd and 9. He's going to come out and probably throw a football.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
football.
I don't know if he has the wind with him or against him, but if he has the wind against him, he's out of field goal range. So
Miami, get the pride, get the touchdown.
All right, let's see
Stop them, boys. Stop them.
Dolphins can straight together here.
Put some pressure on him. You need pressure.
Wide receiver in motion. Luck snaps back. And, there's that pressure you're talking about.
Pressure.
Bursting up the middle there. Definitely knocks him out of field goal range. He's going to force a punt. That's exactly what you need. You need a big return right here. You got 97.
That wasn't a blitz.
You got 97 speed Antoine Deese back there, and you need a big return right here, right now. And instead, he kicks it out of bounds. So
I like to hear Heath and what you think, but I noticed he's played the defensive tackle too most of the game. That play, he played what would be the left end, which I don't know his name, but I feel like he's more successful at the left end.
Yeah, I don't like playing the D tackle very much. I play either the left or right end, and the occasional I'll flip out to a linebacker.
Yeah, the same way. I like having that one-on-one matchup. If you beat the tackle with your end, you're usually gone. Right, got a free run at the quarterback.
There we saw a corner strike play that was just absolutely shut down.
Absolutely.
He did have his running back on that little table route out there to the left, but I mean, he was looking deep all the way.
He's gonna dig deep here. They gotta find something.
Yeah, he's forcing stuff right now.
Yeah, Coach White's defense not giving him much, though. He's coming out, he's mixing it up, zone, man, blitzing, dropping people back. Really giving the man coordinator a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, but if you're the Dolphins, you got to stop trying to force things. I mean, you got to be smart about that. He had that B route, I believe it was a tight end. He had an easy 6-7 yards right there.
Yeah, I think it was going to the middle.
Yeah. Just like right now. It worked out for
There
him.
we
He hit
go.
Carew there across the middle there, managed to get the first down. So that worked out.
I believe that's Carew's first catch, maybe.
I think it is.
Oh no, third catch.
Third catch. Quiet day
It
though.
shows how much we pay attention.
I did that little 4 verts. He just ran by it. The 4 verts. We got the halfback coming out of the backfield, especially since he thinks you're passing.
Yeah, one thing a lot of people overlook, and I kind of caught some flack last time I brought it up in chat, is know what plays you're going to call. I mean, maybe not fully script them out, but know what plays you want to use and what plays you want to call. I mean, I actually script my first drive every single game. I know exactly what plays I'm going to run, and if I come out and the defense looks a certain way, I may audible out of it, but I know what I'm calling before I call it. And I think that just helps you kind of set the tone.
The Saints have that wheel out here.
Not too bad of a route. Let's see if he can manage with it. Oh my goodness. He gets lucky there. Hits Dunbar on the
Wow.
outside.
That was a scary. He threw it too late. I was scared because, man, if that cornerback would jump that route.
Oh yeah. Lance Dunbar. I thought he died. But he gets the first down for the Dolphins, so. All right. Well, I'm sniffing a Landry bomb here in a second. They're going to take a shot, and it's going to be for Landry. You just got to get him one-on-one. Oh,
I'm
Carew
going to
across
sound
the middle.
insane here. Almost out insane here, but you got 2 minutes, 34 seconds. You got 3 timeouts. You're playing for pride. You're not going to win the game.
Yeah.
I almost throw a run with a 3 wide receiver set just to see if, because he's playing cover 2 drop. He's playing cover 3. He thinks you're throwing the ball. And I almost feel like you can get a crazy run out of it.
Possibly, but you got to love the fight. He doesn't want to give up. He hits Gilmore on the out route there. Cannot get out of bounds. So the clock is going to run down to the 2-minute warning. He does get the first down, though, so it's going to give him 34 yards to go.
Gilmore kind of had a little trip up there. He didn't look like he tripped himself.
Yeah.
Could have saved us some time if he would have stayed up and got out of bounds. You don't quite get the 2-minute warning. Backs another timeout. But like you said, just for pride at this point.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I think he's using the Saints playbook, and there's a few little hidden formations in that Saints playbook that if you really dive into it, you can have some
man,
success.
that boy, he's channeling me.
He is. Good run there. Toss to the right side. Quick pitch.
Jeez.
Gets first down. You got to use decent speed. I think he only ran the ball 7 times this game, which, being down 2 or 3 scores, it's hard to run the ball, but you got to be consistent. You got to pound the rock over and over and over, and I guarantee you will break one.
Absolutely. 97 speed. Eventually, something's got to give.
All right, wide receiver in motion. Germany steps back,
Okay,
and he's got Gilmore on that corner route. He needs no huddle right here.
Tell me, real quick, what's your favorite red zone pass? What is it?
Favorite red zone pass. Oh man. I do. I don't want to give it away, but I mean, it really depends on the situation. If I'm deep in the red zone, I do like the 4 verts and hitting one of my inside receivers up, quickly, just after the linebacker before the safeties. I like to run the football. I turn the ball over a lot between the 20.
Yeah, that's a risky pass right there.
That was.
Very risky.
Yeah, I'm not gonna reveal my favorite red zone passes, but I got 8 to 10 red zone passes that I really like that I cycle between, and I have one play that if I'm inside the 3 or 4 yard line, I love it. It's just an amazing play. And Germany.
He got lucky there.
No time, or he has
got
plenty of
very
time.
lucky
But
there.
the indecisiveness
The pocket
killed him
closed
there.
in. Yeah, the pocket closed in. Everybody was covered. He's lucky he didn't fumble the ball there.
That would have been rough. You got 3rd and 8 here, and like you said earlier,
It's really 4th down territory.
you're playing for pride. 3rd and 8, 57 seconds left. You want to score and not get shut out. That's your goal. Let's see what they can do with it. Hits Vanette there, shakes one tackle, and oh my goodness.
Oh
Gets
no.
hit and fumbles the ball on the 5 yard
That
line.
seemed like he was down. It seemed like his knee was on the ground.
Yeah, if I were the Dolphins, I'd probably challenge
Yeah,
that.
we're going to
Yeah,
get before
he said
we
he
can't in
was
2 minutes.
That's
Yes.
true. And it is overturned. That's when they ran with 4th and 3. And, you know, you want to put points on the board, so you might think kick. But at the same time, what the heck? You might as well go for 7.
Go big or go home, baby.
Well, he's already going home, so.
You've got a yard, but you can still get a first down. You get the first down or you get the touchdown. Let's do it.
Yeah, I would look for Deese on that little outside and then cutting inside route. It's a pretty popular route in the red zone. I think they're going to try to hit Deese on it. And he does hit Deese on it.
There you go.
You know, 20-7 looks a heck of a lot better than 20-0. So.
Yep.
It does. It's 20-3. You know, that 7 makes you feel good. It's like, hey, you know what? Now the man screwed up a little bit because of the interceptions dropped, but still.
If you're the Dolphins, do you go onside kick here and try, or do you just kick it deep and say screw it?
No, hell yeah, I do that side kick just for
I would too.
Oh, he's kicking it deep, so he's gonna let the Colts just kneel it out and be done with it. Look at that. Brings it out. It's just hammered. I mean, you gotta be careful with the fumble in that situation.
How great would that have been if that was a fumble for a touchdown? Man, and I know he would not won the game still, but Sean would have been like, why didn't I just kneel that?
Yep.
All right, I'm surprised we're not seeing the victory formation here. Instead, we're seeing 3 wide receiver formation. Mahdi on the right. Probably a run here, though. Hand it off to
And we're
Maduro.
gonna run it, but I feel like we need to go victory formation. Get this. I mean, the game's over.
Especially when you see the Dolphins isn't calling timeouts. I mean, he's conceded, so.
Well, let's talk a little bit Madden 18 here, team reveal. What we need from everybody, and I'll send out a message tomorrow, is we need everybody to send the top 5 teams to Ike or to the Bengals admin, and what we're going to do is we're going to work on that for the next couple weeks. We're going to make sure as much as we can, top 3 teams, everybody gets their top 3 teams. We'll try to get you your top team. And then we're going to do an awesome video to reveal probably the last week of July. So make sure we get those out and get them DM'd to the admin staff, the Bengals, and we'll work on that.
That concludes our game. We score a 20-7, and like Ike said, just get those teams in. The faster you get them, the faster we can get things moving along. I mean, we try to make everybody happy, and for those of you that were around last summer, our Madden 17 team selection went really well, and I think in general, I think every single person either got their top choice or were very happy with the team they got. So we do the best we can. So, any big plays stick out to you guys there?
The play of Mahdi sticks out to me because I do feel like he moved the ball around, but I feel like of that 255 passing yards, Mahdi had some big plays, and he showed up when he needed him to on 3rd down, on big passing plays, and that boy, he's a player.
You know, and even more than just him catching the football, in the red zone, Poyer, their wide receiver, caught 2 touchdowns, maybe because the defense was a little focused on Mahdi there. He snuck in the back of the end zone for two easy touchdowns, wide open.
Yeah. It's tough having a playmaker like that because on defense you want to shadow him, but if you're overly aggressive, you give up the other guys. So it's tough.
The other thing I'll notice is 76.9 and 70% completion percentage. That's pretty good for both of them. So, you know, I don't feel like we saw the run like I thought we would. I mean, my prediction was way off. And I know it wasn't working, but neither team really stuck with it either. It was a pretty pass-heavy game is what I felt.
Absolutely. Well, I think we're going to call it a night. Thank you guys for listening to XCFL Game Day. We're going to try and do these a little more often over the summer since we all got a little bit of free time. So thanks, Ike. Thanks, Heath, for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Any closing remarks?
We're going to be upgrading the mics. We're going to be working on getting this better and better. DM if you got any pointers, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, we're always open for feedback. I mean, we're new to this, so.
What do I sell?
Well, that's all we got for you. So this is Mike from Mike, Ike, and Heath, and we are signing off. Have a good night.
Peace.